Hello, grade 9 students. You are welcome to the educational platform. I am Abdurrahman Abdelmunay. Today we are dealing with Unit 10, Journeys. It's in your student book on page 74. This is episode 5. Firstly, let me remind you with the previous episode, episode 4, about Hussein and Tariq's story. What did happen with them? You can remember they were exploring an archaeological site when they fell down through a hole and they were underground. Unfortunately, they couldn't get out, so Mr. Hamad and Nadia were worried about them, so they started searching for them. But have they found them? Now let us know what happened with them. Now please open your student box on page 74. This is episode 5. We will listen to an audio track. Yes. As you can see here, we have two sections. Section 1. Firstly, let us listen to Section 1.
Unit
Listen
10.
and follow, please.
Journeys. Page 75. Exercise 2. 10.1. Listen and read Section 1 of the story. Answer the questions. The Buried City. Episode 5. The Storm. 1.
The next morning, Nadia was woken up by a strange howling sound. At first, she thought it was a wild animal. Then she realized it was the wind. She looked out of the window of her hotel room and saw a terrible sandstorm. It was 7 o'clock, but the sun was invisible in the sky. The security guard picked up Mr. Hamad and Nadia at the hotel and drove them to the buried city.
The wind has been blowing since 4 o'clock this morning.
Have you been able to search for the boys?
Some of my men are looking for them now. Wait, I've just received a message on my mobile. I'm sorry, they've stopped looking. Now we have to wait for the storm to pass.
Mr. Hamad looked at Nadia. They were very worried.
Yes. Now, as you can see here, we have some new words like howling. Here is an adjective. It means a loud sound. Maybe it's frightening sound. Also, we have invisible. The sun was invisible. The meaning of invisible is can't be seen. Picked up also is a verb. The security guard picked up Mr. Hamad and Nadia. He took them with them by his car. Now let us answer the questions related with this section. We have an exercises. Sorry. Yes, here. Okay. What woke Nadia up? A strange sound woke her up. What was stopping the morning light? the sandstorm was stopping the morning light. Where did Mr. Hamad and Nadia go? They went to the buried city. Now let us, for what time did the wind start blowing? It started blowing at 4 o'clock. Now here, let us listen to the section 2 of the story. Listen to section 2, please.
Page 75. Exercise 3. 10.2. Listen and read section 2 of the story. Answer the questions. 2.
Hussein was looking up at the ceiling.
We've been down here for hours now. What time is it?
9 o'clock.
I've been waiting for the sunlight to shine down the hole. Maybe there's a storm outside.
Well, we've got to find a way out of here.
They tried to use Hussein's mobile phone to call his father, but there was no signal, and the battery was low.
We've been here for a long time now, and we still haven't found a way out.
Don't worry, we'll be all right.
Then Hussein pointed into the shadows.
Oh no, Tariq! Look at that!
Yes, here also we have some new words like outside, opposite inside, beyond boundary. Signal also means indicator, like the mobile signal. Shadows means dark shaped. Here I want you to look at this sentence. We've been down here for hours now. And keep in mind the shape of this sentence. Just keep in mind. Now let us do the exercises related to this section. Why hasn't the sunlight shone down the hole? It's because the sandstorm. What did the boys try to do? They tried to use Hussein's mobile phone to call his father. Now let us continue our lesson by going to grammar, our grammar topic, grammar in context. Here also we have some exercises, some questions to answer. Number 1, how long has the wind been blowing? It has been blowing since 4 o'clock. What have the guards been trying to do? The guards have been trying to search for the boys. Why have the guards stopped looking? They have stopped looking because they can't see anything. How long have the boys been underground? They have been underground for hours. What has Hussein been waiting for? He has been waiting for the sunlight to shine. Why couldn't the boys call Hussein's father? Because there were no signals and the batteries were low. These are the answers of the previous questions. Now, let us go to our grammatical topic for this lesson, which is present perfect continuous. You have studied present perfect simple in grade 8, and now this is a new tense for you, which is present perfect continuous. In present perfect continuous, we use it in some cases when we are talking about action that started in the past and continuing up to the present. Consider this example. She has been doing her homework for an hour. So she started an hour ago and she is still doing it. Another example or another usage is with past actions of certain duration having visible results or effect in the present. We have visible results or effects in present. Consider this example. He has been running, that's why he's out of breath. So he is panting. Here we have visible results, so we use present perfect continuous. Now look at this chart here. In this chart, we summarize the cases of present perfect continuous, affirmative case, questions, and negative. In affirmative, as you can see here, at first we have the subject plus have or has been plus verb with ing. Consider the example, I have or I've been playing. With third person singular, like he, she, it, we use has been. He has been playing or he's been playing. In questions, we exchange between the subject and the helper verb. We put have or has before the subject. So it will become, have I been playing? Or has he been playing? This is yes or no question. If we want to make it a WH question, we can add a question word like how long have you been playing? How long have you been playing? This is in question case. But in negative, it's very simple, it's very easy. Just add not to the verb to have. And it will become I haven't been playing. I haven't been playing. He hasn't been playing. Okay? Also, we use it with since or for as the present perfect simple. We use it with since and for. As you know, we use since with a specific time, like a date. We can say since 2 o'clock, since last Friday, since 1998. Whereas we use for with a duration of time. With a duration of time, we say for 20 minutes, for 2 years, for 1 year, etc. Now, what is the differences between, or what are the differences between present perfect continuous and present perfect simple? What are the differences? There's no big differences between the two tenses. I can say, for example, I have been living in Damascus since 1990. And I say also, I have lived in Damascus since 1990. Both are correct. But just there is still a small difference between the two tenses. In present perfect continuous, we are emphasizing the action, not the result. Consider this example. We have been working hard for 2 months. Here we are focusing on the action. Okay? Another example. She has been having a hard time. Also here we are emphasizing the action, not the result. Whereas when we are emphasizing the result, here we use present perfect simple. Consider the examples. He has made 15 phone calls this morning. Here the emphasis is on the result, 15 phone calls in the morning. So we use present perfect simple. Another one, she has written a fabulous novel. Here is the focus on the result, which is a fabulous novel. The third difference is when an action is finished and you can see the results, use the present perfect continuous. Consider this example. You are red in the face. Have you been running? Here we have a visible result with this red in face, so we use present perfect continuous. Pay attention with ever or never. By these two words, use present perfect in simple case, not in continuous. Look at this example. I don't know them. I have never met them before. I have never met them before. This is in present perfect simple. Another one, have you ever heard of anything so strange in your life? This is in present perfect simple. Also, another thing is we use present perfect tense, present perfect simple with state verbs, not action verbs. When I say state verbs, I mean verbs of emotions like love, hate, and verbs of position like have, as, obtain. So I say, I have had my house for 10 years, for example. I can't say I have been having. It's incorrect. I have been having. Here, we don't use continuous with state verbs. But with action verbs, we use present perfect continuous. Okay? Another example, I say I've known my best friend since I was a child. I don't say I have been knowing. It's incorrect. I have been knowing. But I have known my best friend since I was a child. Now, let us make a practice now. Here we have some exercises. Look at the first one. It has been snowing a lot this week. Number 2, have your brother and sister been getting along? 3, Samir has been studying hard this semester. I'm tired because I've been working out. Hani has been living in Italy since May. Now, at the end, I hope that you have benefited from this lesson, and I wish you good results, and goodbye now.